Coco Gauff's heartwarming mission. 39 dogs rescued from euthanasia at Georgia shelter. Sometimes the greatest victories don't come from a tennis court. They come from compassion. For Coco Gauff, the reigning star of women's tennis and a symbol of youth-driven excellence, her latest triumph wasn't about lifting a trophy or defeating a rival. It was about saving lives, 39 of them, to be exact. The story began quietly, far from the flashing cameras and roaring stadiums. In a small shelter in Georgia, nearly 40 dogs face an unthinkable fate. Overcrowded conditions, dwindling funds, and lack of adopters had pushed the facility to its breaking point. The staff, heartbroken but helpless, had scheduled the euthanasia of dozens of innocent dogs until an unexpected angel intervened. That angel was none other than Coco Gauff, a hero off the court. Coco Gauff has always been more than an athlete. She's a movement, a spirit, and an embodiment of kindness wrapped in courage. While her forehands and serves inspire millions on court, her compassion for animals has long been one of her quietest yet most powerful passions. Those close to Gauff know that she's been a dog lover since childhood. Growing up in Florida, her family's home was always alive with wagging tails and playful barks. Her first rescue dog, a timid terrier named Luna, changed her life. Luna taught me what love without words looks like. Coco once said, "It made me realize animals have souls that deserve kindness, just like people do." So when she heard about the shelter crisis in Georgia, a mere few hours away from her training base, she didn't hesitate. Within 24 hours, her team was on the ground, organizing transportation, medical supplies, and adoption resources. Her mission was clear: save every single one of those dogs. From crisis to compassion, according to local shelter staff. It all started when the facility issued a desperate plea on social media. "We are out of space. 39 dogs scheduled for euthanasia this week unless we can find help." The post went viral, reaching animal rescue groups and pet lovers across the U.S. But it was Coco's response that changed everything. Through her foundation, the Coco Gauff Heart and Paws Project, she arranged emergency funding for transportation, veterinary treatment, and foster coordination. Volunteers were stunned by her direct involvement. "She didn't just send money," said Rachel Simmons, a volunteer at the shelter. "Coco called personally. She wanted names, pictures, details. She asked about each dog like they were people. She cared about every single one." Within 2 days, rescue vans lined up outside the shelter. Each dog was checked, tagged, and gently placed into loving arms. Many were transferred to foster homes and partner organizations across Georgia and Florida, while some found forever homes immediately, including 2 who found themselves heading home with Coco's own family. "She just couldn't leave without them," laughed her mother, Candy Gauff. She said, "If I'm rescuing 39, I might as well start with 2 myself." The moment that broke her heart, when reporters later asked what moved her the most, Coco shared a story that silenced everyone in the room. "There was this old lab named Benny," she recalled. "He had these cloudy eyes, like he'd seen too much sadness. When I walked by his cage, he didn't bark or wag his tail. He just looked at me quietly. I kneeled down and told him, 'You're going home.' And he just rested his paw against the bars. That moment," she said, solidified her commitment to animal rescue. "These dogs don't need pity," she continued. "They need hope. They need people who believe their lives still matter." Building a legacy of love. Coco's rescue mission wasn't a one-time act of kindness. It's part of a growing initiative she's developing through her foundation, a long-term project aimed at reducing euthanasia rates in southern U.S. shelters. The program has 4 main goals: rescue and relocate, fund emergency transport for dogs in overcrowded shelters to areas with higher adoption rates, community outreach, educate pet owners about spaying, neutering, and responsible care, youth involvement, create school programs encouraging kids to volunteer and foster animals, adoption partnerships, collaborate with national pet stores and online platforms to increase visibility for rescued pets. Her vision isn't just to save animals, but to create a culture of compassion. "I want young people to know that kindness isn't a weakness, it's a strength," Coco said. "If we can rally behind a tennis match, we can rally behind life, too." Fans react. Our champion has the biggest heart. The story spread like wildfire across social media. Within hours of her foundation's announcement, hashtag CocoSaves39 was trending on X, formerly Twitter, and fans worldwide poured out love and admiration. Coco Gauff, champion on court, angel off it, one fan wrote. She wins hearts faster than she wins sets. Another posted, this is what real greatness looks like. Said one comment that gathered thousands of likes. The tennis community joined in too. Fellow players like Naomi Osaka on Jabeur and Aryna Sabalenka reshared the story, calling Coco's actions inspirational and deeply human. Even animal welfare organizations like PETA and Best Friends Animal Society applauded her compassion. In a world of competition fame, Coco chose empathy. One post read, that's the kind of champion we need. Behind the scenes, a mission fueled by faith and family. For Coco, the act of rescue wasn't just emotional, it was spiritual. Her family, deeply rooted in faith, raised her to see every life as sacred. Her mother once said, we taught Coco that greatness isn't about applause, it's about impact. That lesson came full circle in Georgia. Her father, Coco Gauff, who helped coordinate logistics for the rescue, described the day as one of the proudest moments of my life. I've seen her win Grand Slams. I've seen her break records, he said. But watching her kneel beside a trembling dog and whisper, you're safe now, that was something divine. Even as she juggled training for the upcoming WTA finals. At only 21, Coco Gauff has already changed the landscape of women's tennis. But her impact now reaches far beyond the baseline. She's redefined what it means to be a role model, not just through her athleticism, but through her humanity. In a time when fame often overshadows empathy, Coco's actions remind the world that true greatness is measured not in titles, but in kindness. I don't want my legacy to be just about tennis, she once said. I want it to be about love. Love for people, love for animals, love for the world that gave me this life. A new kind of victory. As the sun set over Georgia that day, 39 dogs, once forgotten, found freedom. The sound of barking replaced silence, and hope filled the air where despair once lived. For Coco, it was the sweetest victory she'd ever known. I can win matches for years, she said softly, but this will stay with me forever. And somewhere under the southern sky, a rescue dog rests its head in safety, never knowing the name of the young woman who saved its life, but feeling her kindness all the same. Because for Coco Gauff, being a champion means more than standing on a podium. It means standing up for those who can't stand for themselves. And that's the kind of glory the world will never forget. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.